Good morning, Flagler County, and welcome to Veterans on Point, a WNZF radio show developed in mind for our county's beloved and respected veterans population and anyone else listening via internet or podcast. I'm your host, David Leiden, the Flagler County Veteran Services Officer, and naturally I'm here with my friend and colleague at the office, Eric Flores. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Dave, and good morning to all our listeners and all our watching on the YouTube channel. Sorry. And I hope that everyone of you and your family are doing well and enjoying the nice weather that it's coming.
Indeed. If you're lucky enough to live in Flagler County, you are lucky enough. All right. So Eric and I are your Flagler County Veteran Services Officers. We're located at 1769 East Moody Boulevard in Bunnell. Phone number is 386-313-4014. Give us a call for an appointment if we can help you with your VA claims matters, or logging in, finding out how to log into your va.gov account, or maybe you have questions about your Defense Finance Accounting Service as a surviving spouse or a retiring veteran, all kinds of stuff like that. So, again, 386-313-4014. Call ahead for an appointment.
If we don't answer the phone, that means that we have somebody there. Just leave your voicemail message. We'll get to you.
Right. Don't be afraid to leave a voicemail. Because when we're working with folks and we see that the same name keep coming up on the phone, that means this person doesn't know how to use how to leave a voicemail. They think we're going to stop working with our customer and answer the phone. Well, we're not. So we got some sad news, but one of the Flagler County Veteran Advisory Council members, Nelson Sastokia, a United States Navy veteran, recently passed, just shy of his 64th birthday. So it's a shock to veterans community and obviously to his family. So our condolences go out to the Sastokia family. And we're grateful for Nelson's Navy service and to his service here in the county with the Flagler County Veterans Advisory Council. And he was a Veteran of the Week in the Observer, Palm Coast Observer, on August 11th, 2023. And I just want to read that information again, I know we read it here in 2023. But Nelson Sastokia enlisted in the United States Navy in 1980 following boot camp in San Diego, California. He was trained as a hospital corpsman. He remained in San Diego as a petty officer in charge of immunizations at the Naval Training Center. He continued to excel in his naval career by attending advanced laboratory school and then field medical school, which came with a commensurate program or a commensurate promotion. His last active duty assignment was with the 1st Marine Amphibious Brigade in Hawaii, where he received 3 certificates of commendation, Meritorious Unit Commendation, Fleet Marine Force Ribbon, and 2 Good Conduct Awards. After his honorable separation from active duty, Sastokia entered the Navy Reserve in Miami, Florida, where he was assigned to the Mobile Diving Salvage Unit 2. In his life outside the Navy, Sastokia worked for Bristol Myers Squibb, Johnson & Johnson, and Sanofi pharmaceutical companies as a sales representative. He finished his working career with Dexcom Incorporated, a medical device company. Sastokia has been married to his wife, Julia, for almost 41 years, and that was in 2023, so it's obviously probably 43 years. They have 4 grandchildren and have resided in Palm Coast since 2020. He enjoyed traveling, reading, playing pickleball, and going to church. He was an active member of the American Legion Post 115 and represented the post on the Flagler County Veterans Advisory Council. So, Nelson Sastokia, thank you for your service. Eric, as we like to notice, you read that, you can see that he took what he learned in the Navy as a corpsman,
indeed,
and brought that forward into his civilian life,
yes,
and a successful career in different, pharmaceuticals and medical devices. So, we're always talking about how the service benefits our veterans, and if you so choose to take the skills that you learned to bring them into their civilian life.
And civilian companies, they know about that. So it's up to you, to continue that career if you want to, that technical, all that you learned while you was in active duty. And a lot of people do that.
Yeah, that's we've had people on here before. A lot of them have done that, and that's taking what you learned and making the most of it. So, our song of the week this week is, of course, the Star Spangled Banner. But this week, I found a clip on Facebook of the Flagler Palm Coast High School Band doing obviously a musical rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. So stick around to the end of the program to hear that. They did a really good job.
Awesome.
Massage by Natalie and Company. They are sponsors of the podcast here on WNZF. And so we hope that you will give them a call. That's Massage by Natalie and Company at 386-227-7499. They're located at 4871 Palm Coast Parkway Northwest, Suite number 1 in Palm Coast.
You're achy or breaky like we do, like we are.
You got achy, breaky bones and muscles.
Give her a call.
That's going to solve it.
And we have heard nothing but great things about that, her. So,
yes, we have. And of course, we can't forget our League of Loyal Listeners, led by Billy Jones.
Good morning, Mr. Billy.
Up there at the San Cyr assisted living facility. He's got his little radio there by his recliner, and he's still listening and giving us feedback. And thank you, Billy. And of course,
he's the commander. Billy's the commander of all military guys, all the veterans there now.
They do have his picture now up on the
awesome.
On the wall with all the rest of the veterans they have there at San Cyr.
Great. And
we got a shout out to Navy Master Chief Dan and his wife Kay, who are also at San Cyr.
Good morning, guys.
And we've talked about our Marine pal Jeff Kingdon, who's a loyal listener and a loyal contributor here at the program.
Good morning, Jeff.
And another.
He's our lunch partner, too.
Our lunch partner, that's right, at Culver's, generally on Fridays, or sometimes other places like the Southern Table, which has some great bean soup, ham and bean soup, and got great cornbread. And usually whatever you get there is great.
No complaints at all.
No complaints, right?
Even delivered with onion. I know a lot of people don't like it. I love it, but it's great.
That's Southern Table right there in Bunnell, so... And Jeff as the woodworker, he's also another guy that he visits San Cyr a lot, visits the veterans there, and provides updated information to them. So thanks, Jeff, for that.
Thank you, sir.
Talking Tom Pikarski and his wife Eileen.
Good morning.
Charlie Hanger, of course, Charlie. You saw Charlie yesterday, and he's a listener with his wife Jenny. Thank you, Charlie and Jenny.
Thank you.
And we can't forget that Dennis Bird checked in recently and let us know he's still listening. So, Dennis, thank you so much for that.
Thank you, sir.
And hope everything's going well with you. And, of course, when we've got, Frankie Jr. and Frankie, his dad, and Bicycle Frank checks in periodically. And we certainly can't forget James the Mail Maid, who says that he will listen even in death, because he said he will put a transistor radio in his casket to continue to listen to the program.
That's great. Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
So
that is great.
And James, that's I know you're just joking, but that's a great.
Thank you, sir.
That's a great sentiment.
Yes.
So thank you for being a loyal listener. All right, so Veterans on Point. We like to remember our history, talk about history, and we've been working on telling you about some presidents. We're on our 32nd president. President of the United States is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the United States. And this week's president, 32nd President of the United States, is Franklin Delano Roosevelt, FDR, who is best known for leading the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. Serving an unprecedented 4 terms from 1943 to 1945, his New Deal policies and fireside chats left an indelible mark on American history. However, beyond his well-documented legacy, several lesser-known facts about FDR reveal the depth of his character, struggles, and influence. One intriguing aspect of FDR's life is his battle with polio, which struck him at age 39 in 1921. While it's widely known that the disease left him paralyzed, few are aware that he went to extraordinary lengths to conceal the extent of his disability. FDR used leg braces, a cane, or a wheelchair in private, but was meticulous about appearing mobile in public. He developed a technique to walk, in quotations, walk by leaning on aids or his sons while swinging his hips, creating the illusion of mobility. This determination stemmed not only from personal pride, but also from a desire to project strength during a time when disability was stigmatized. His efforts to manage public perception were so successful that many Americans were unaware of his wheelchair use during his presidency. His efforts to manage public perception were so successful that many Americans were unaware of his wheelchair use during his presidency. FDR's Warm Springs, Georgia retreat is another lesser-known chapter. After contracting polio, he discovered the therapeutic mineral springs there, which he believed aided his recovery. He purchased the property in 1926, turning it into a rehabilitation center for polio patients. Spending significant time at Warm Springs, he found a solace and community, even designing adaptive equipment for himself and others. This sanctuary shaped his empathy for the struggling, influencing his New Deal policies. Another surprising fact is FDR's passion for stamp collecting. Unlike a casual hobby, his collection was extensive, numbering over 1 million stamps. He used his pastime to unwind, often spending evenings organizing his collection, which included rare pieces from around the world. His enthusiasm led to the issuance of a new U.S. stamp during his presidency, or multiple stamps, and he even helped design some, showcasing his eye for detail and love for history. FDR's complex relationship with the press also stands out. While his fireside chats, radio broadcasts that reached millions made him seem accessible, he carefully managed media interactions. He held nearly 1,000 press conferences, far more than most presidents, but banned direct quotations to maintain control over his words. This savvy approach allowed him to shape public opinion effectively. Lastly, FDR's dog, Fala, became an unlikely political figure. The Scottish Terrier accompanied him everywhere, even starring in campaign anecdotes. When Republicans falsely claimed FDR left Fala behind in Alaska, he delivered a humorous speech debunking the rumor, boosting his 1944 re-election campaign. These lesser-known facets of FDR's life, his disability management, Warm Springs advocacy, stamp collecting, media strategy, and his bond with Fala reveal a multifaceted leader whose personal resilience and quirks shaped his transformative presidency. And quote of the week is from FDR: "This great nation will endure as it endured, will revive and will prosper." And we should always remember that. This is my addition to it. That's his quote. "This great nation will endure as endured, will revive and will prosper." And I think that's something that we should always hold to heart here for the United States of America. So, Eric, any thoughts?
Yes, I knew he had polio. I didn't know anything about the spring. That was new to me.
Mm-hmm.
That was new to me.
Yeah, he found that it helped him.
Right.
And I kind of liken that to something recently. I discovered the benefits of ginger.
Yes.
And
other things. Yeah.
And so when you find something that works for you, when you have inflammation or sore joints or something like that, and you find something that works, you go all in on it. And so he went all in on his springs, was proud of his springs, and felt the benefits from it. And you've listened to me. I've gone all in on the benefits of ginger. So I kind of understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, ginger is great. Do it.
And turmeric.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the time of the program where I say, drivers, the DAV is seeking volunteers to take veterans from their homes to their VA appointments. whether that's a VA medical center appointment, a VA clinic appointment, a compensation and pension exam appointment for a service-connected disability compensation claim, or a community care network appointment that's been scheduled by the VA. To find out how to volunteer or to use this great service for veterans, give the DAV Chapter 86 a call at 386-439-2122. 386-439-2122. To find out how to volunteer or to use the service. You do not need to be a veteran to be a volunteer. Obviously, you need to be a veteran to take advantage of the transportation service. You don't need to use your own vehicle if you're going to be a volunteer. The DAV has VA vehicles for that purpose, and they're working on getting even another one to expand their operation. So Mike Gaskill is the transportation supervisor there. He's doing a great job. I think he just became the senior, I think they call it a senior vice commander of the DAV there. And so congratulations, Mike, and for all you're doing with the program now with transportation.
You know, that is a great service. But I had a complaint that I could not believe the other day from one of our veterans about the service. He didn't like the service because sometimes if they bring in 2 or more people, they have to wait until everybody gets done. Of course they have to wait. They're not going to make a special trip for you back and forth, guys. This is free. They
try to do individual service, but if a couple veterans are going down around the same time, then it only makes sense for resources, fuel, time, volunteerism, and stuff like that 2 veterans go at once, and you just be patient. You just got a free ride, and somebody brought you down there. Come on.
If you don't like it, get a Uber.
I had a veteran use an Uber yesterday to come to his appointment at our office. So, but it wasn't. It was only from. He had just had a heart surgery, open heart surgery, so he couldn't drive himself anymore, and his wife was working, so he used Uber. So it's
he managed to make it to our office.
Yeah. So even if you use Uber, that means you're stimulating that person that drove you, who's trying to make a living, made a couple dollars that day.
We're not allowed to place visit to anyone, so try to make it to our office.
Yeah. All right, so a couple of things. The Flagler Veterans Day is the parade. Of course, Veterans Day is November 11th. It's Tuesday this year. The parade is going to starts at 10 o'clock. It starts at the old Coquina building there in Bunnell, around Route 1 and Moody Boulevard. And so you need to register if you want to be in the parade. That's at flaglerveteransparade.com. We do know who the Grand Marshal and the guest speaker is going to be this year, and that's going to be Dave Freeman, United States Army Lieutenant Colonel, who was recently on the program to talk about his Appalachian Trail trip. And can't ask for a better candidate as our Grand Marshal this year. He's a great guy and an inspiration. 2,200 miles at 63 years of age with he's already been beat up in the Army, and he took that old body up the trail, and that is quite amazing. So I'm sure he'll incorporate some of that into his speech this year, and we're looking forward to that. So we hope that you're going to come out, participate, or be on the side of the street there watching the parade, and then join in and come into the Veterans Day ceremony, which will be following the parade. And that's that.
Please write that day in your calendar.
It's too easy. Usually your calendars have it on there. It's Veterans Day. Okay, Eric, what do you have? You got some notifications for us?
Yeah, the American Legion Post 115 is sponsoring again the Wreath Across America event this year. It's going to be in December 13. And if you want to sponsor Wreath, you can go to their website, which is www.wreathacrossamerica.org. /FL for Florida 0824. Or I have a couple of sponsorship order form in my office, or you can contact us at 386-313-4014. They are also having their 5th annual charity golf tournament. This is going to be on October 4th. And it starts at 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. when they have their luncheon catered by Looper. So give them a call at 386-585-5302 or go into their webpage, flaglerbpost115.org. DAV Chapter 86 send me this note. They're open from Monday through Thursday from 9 to 1 p.m. They're all welcome to stop for a cup of coffee and some camaraderie.
Yeah.
Service officer meetings are by appointment only, so they do have some service officers that can help you with your claim. Call to make an appointment. They also talk about the dispatch. They already spoke about that. And on Tuesday, they have pastries and bread for public for members and families. So on Thursday, they have Tai Chi with Lee. So if you're into Tai Chi, they have it on Thursday from 11:45 to 1 p.m.
And as far as their service officers, they're kind of way down. So they had some health issues with service officers. So Commander Larry Ricard has been asking some of the veterans who need help with their claims to come over to Veteran Services, where obviously we're gonna help you out.
Indeed.
Do a great job for you.
Indeed. Toys for Tots, sponsored by the Marine Corps League here in the county. This is going to be, they're sponsoring, and Palaca, the Toys for Tots Charity Golf Classic. And this is going to be on Saturday, November 1st from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's when the shotgun start. They have a format for 4-person scramble, and they have lunch fees and card included. So it's going to be a pretty good event. Please support this event. If you want more information, call Garrett Decker at 720-474-7847. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Eric.
Oh, Charlie Hanger reminded me to put out that
tacos are all day.
Yes,
not just
tacos. Yeah, from 11
on Tuesdays.
On Taco Tuesday. Make sure you say that. Taco Tuesday all day long. So,
and the
Queen of Heart.
Yeah, the Queen of Hearts is up to like 7,500.
Yes, 75. Yeah, 7,000.
Just under 8,000, I think. So
that's on Tuesday, guys. So eat taco and play hard.
So that's at the VFW post 8696.
Correct.
All right, a couple of things I wanted to cover. Showing up, it's coming up soon. Is the budget season here for the federal government, and they got the end of one budget season, the beginning of another on 1 October. And they're talking about shutdowns and continuing resolutions. And I'm sure we're going to get some calls. We generally do this time of year about whether or not how it's going to affect things with the VA. So from the VA's website, if there is a government shutdown, here's some things that are not impacted. Not impacted. Veteran health care is not impacted. VA medical centers, outpatient clinics, and vet centers will be open. VA benefits will continue to be processed and delivered, including compensation, pension, education, and housing benefits. Burials will continue at VA national cemeteries. Applications for headstones, markers, and burial benefits processing will continue. The Board of Veterans Appeals will continue decisions on veterans' cases, and VA contact centers and the Veterans Crisis Line will remain open 24/7. Things that will be impacted. VA will not provide veteran career counseling or transition assistance program activities if there's a shutdown. The GI Bill hotline will be closed. VA benefits regional offices will be closed. VA will cease public affairs and outreach to veterans. VA will not permanently place headstones or maintain the grounds at VA national cemeteries. VA will not process applications for pre-need burials. VA will not print new presidential memorial certificates. So to get ahead of things, your benefits will continue, folks, on the most part. And some of those other things that won't be impacted, those are not urgent things. Those are things that can be taken care of after any kind of a shutdown. So I know we're going to get calls anyway, but if you're listening, that's what will be impacted and what will not be impacted for the VA. And we're getting down under the 2 minutes, but I just want to let you know quickly, if you use DS Login to get into your VA account, that's going to not work anymore at the 30th of September, and you'll have to have a login.gov account or an ID.me account. And incidentally, if you need help with figuring out how to get that done, give Erica or I a call at 386-313-4014. And we are, as I mentioned, down to the last minute or so. And so I got to let you know that no country, no state, no community does more for veterans than the United States of America, the great and free state of Florida, the wonderful Flagler County, the lovely city of Palm Coast, and all of our beautiful beach cities. Be a victor, not a victim. Be educated, not indoctrinated. And most importantly, be kind to someone today or many someones. And agree to disagree with people.
Indeed.
Okay? So that's enough for this week. We thank you for listening, and God bless.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Take care.